Hello, it's me. On the Friday before Christmas, and the sun is out. Lovely. However, what's not so lovely is this. Shall we?
The Home Secretary was on the media round yesterday talking about things that will be in the strategy. I expected we'd have a statement today on it. I'm very surprised we've not got it, if she can do the media round on it.
We're very close. I think we're just finishing off the final bits in the strategy, but I do want to get it out as quickly as possible.
So they're doing a media round on policy, and they don't have a strategy yet. Now, one would imagine that the strategy would be in place so that the media round could be informed correctly. Ask backwards governance, possibly?
Minister, in response to Mr. Da Costa, who was saying you thought his statements to the House were important, and here's an example of one where there was a lot being discussed by ministers in the media to the public, but not to Parliament.
Yeah,
which is it?
She is not. We'll do the strategy in due course, but
the government said it would come out before the summer. It then was going to be in September. We had been told time and again it was going to come very soon, and we're still waiting for it. And it's having real world consequences. 3 rape crisis centres, I know, have closed because services cannot be commissioned because the local authorities, etc., do not know what money they're going to have because they don't have the strategy.
3 rape crisis centres have closed because the people running them don't know what money they're getting. Now, government does move at a glacial pace. This is something that's not unusual. But rape crisis centres closing? As the lady MP there said, these are real-world consequences for victims. This is unforgivable.
I want the strategy out as quickly as possible. There are measures we put in place already. The use of specialists in 999 control rooms, widely welcome. The National Policing Centre for Violence Against Women and Girls has been established, the domestic abuse protection orders. So there's a number of measures we've already taken. But I'm not pushing back on it. I want the strategy out as quickly as possible. We just need to finalise it and get it out.
We all do. £53 million has been committed to perpetrator programmes for highest risk perpetrators. There hasn't been a similar amount of money for victims' services, and there's a real disquiet in the sector that actually the victims are being
53, was it she said, million pounds for people who commit crime, and they don't have the same amount of money for people who are the victim of crime.
Forgotten. What would you say?
Certainly the victims not being forgotten. They're at the centre of the strategy on violence against women and girls.
There's no money for them that's been committed, so...
Well, I'll look at the money commitments again and make sure that we've got that right. But this is a commitment of the government in relation to violence against women and girls. It's a personal commitment of mine. I've been working on this since I became the Director of Public Prosecution.
I remember when you shadowed me when I was in the Home Office. That's why I'm surprised.
No, I genuinely want to do as much as we possibly can. The figures on violence against women and girls are appalling. They've been appalling for a long time. 3 women a week killed by their partner or ex-partner, and that's been the statistic that's been there ever since I've been looking at it, well over 20 years. And we have to shift that, and we need to do that with the strategy and pull together all of the individuals and organisations who've got huge experience.
Good education?
And that's why I brought them all into
Is it time for good education?
We'll look forward to the strategy.
Yeah.
Another thing we're waiting for is the police reform white paper, which again we were expecting we'd have by now. Do you think there are too many police forces in England and Wales?
Well, I'm not going to speculate in relation.
Now, this is something that I think I've raised in a video previously, that on Facebook, of all places, they're advertising for police. There are various police forces across the country advertising for police personnel. And I couldn't get past, again, I keep saying this because it's a recurring theme. I read things and I'm like, really? It seems to me that these police recruitment ads are being run on social media platforms because they get the greatest reach. That would make some sense, of course. But who do they want? Are these ads for real police officers, or are they for police community officers? Police officer assistants, if you like. They're not real police people. And if indeed they are for police support community officers and not real police people, then one would have to ask why. Would it be to police and to carry out all these home checks that are being carried out here in the UK for online posts? I read this morning that another person has been jailed for an online post. Now, I'm pro free speech. I want to live in a world where if somebody says something hateful, the community rallies against that hateful person and corrects them. But no, it seems as though the government, the nanny state, as we say here in the UK, is flourishing.
To that, I do think we need to.
Prime Minister, you were DPP. You might have a view on this.
Look, when I was DPP, we reduced the number of CPS areas from 42 to 13. So we streamlined that. I'm well aware that you also have to look at where the courts are streamlined, where probation are streamlined, etc. But no decisions have been made about this yet. But are there some functions that could be across forces? Yes, I think there probably are, and where that's been.
And my own personal feeling on police forces is they should be localised again. We should have local police forces, long-term police officers serving in those communities. The centralisation of everything, in my opinion, here in the UK has been a big problem. It's fractured communities. It's estranged people within communities. There are no community hubs. The police station used to be a community hub, and the loss of them is, in my opinion, a detriment to society as a whole here in the UK. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Do like, subscribe and share if you'd like. It really would help the channel. And until next time, this is me signing off. Do have yourselves a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. And until next time, do look after yourselves.